Next on the team, Caitlin Clark.
Tiger Woods was not prepared for this. The man who has witnessed it all in golf stood motionless, gazing at the scoreboard as if it had suddenly malfunctioned due to Caitlin Clark. Yes, the basketball legend, breaking golf records and leaving professionals stunned. The media is rushing for headlines, and the crowd is losing it. How exactly did she accomplish this, one wonders? Tell the truth. Do you believe Caitlin Clark would dominate the LPGA as she does in basketball if she were to join the league full-time? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
About it in a previous video how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television, and that was great. Fans were really excited about that. There was so much buzz online. She was trending on Twitter, all of the things. And the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event. And they also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world.
It's extra amusing because it all began softly. The RSM Classic Prom was meant to be a laid-back, enjoyable occasion. A number of celebrities, a group of professionals, and some light competitiveness. Not too serious. Then someone noticed Caitlin Clark's name on the playing list. Everything changed from quiet to turmoil at that point. Hours later, tickets that had been unsold for weeks were gone. Even with the LPGA players, people weren't purchasing them for Tiger. To view her, they were purchasing them. Everyone wanted front row tickets when the woman who turned the WNBA upside down tried golf. By dawn, Caitlin Clark jersey-wearing supporters were lining up. Not golf shirts, real basketball jerseys, not caps. The whole thing appeared less like a golf competition and more like an Indiana Fever game. Welcome to the first crossover of sports history. Basketball meets birdies, one announcer even jokingly said. Then the big time arrived. The throng reverberated with the announcer's voice. From Iowa University, currently playing for the Indiana Fever. Greetings, Caitlin Clark. Literally, you could hear the wind halt. Thousands fell silent. As composed as ever, she approached the tee box and grinned as though it were just another practice day. The distinction is that she was clutching a driver instead of a basketball. She inhaled, swung, and gazed down the fairway. And that sound, pure, clean, sharp, loud enough to cause Tiger Woods to raise his eyebrows and contact. The ball seemed to have its own GPS as it flew. It touched down in the center, 270 yards down the fairway. The audience went crazy. People were shouting, applauding, and some were even filming in shock. Tiger Woods chuckled and muttered, "I've never seen a non-professional make such a great first swing." Almost immediately after, Steph Curry, who is a good golfer himself, tweeted, "Caitlin Clark might just be better than me at this point." The internet was destroyed by that tweet alone. Caitlin Clark golf became popular in a matter of minutes. First spot globally. She was dubbed the most innate crossover athlete since Michael Jordan by ESPN. The headline, "Caitlin Clark just changed golf forever," appeared in Golf Digest. The worst part is still to come. She had no intention of taking it seriously at all. One reporter claims that when she arrived, she simply wanted to unwind and enjoy herself. Yes, of course. She is setting world records for how she unwinds.
WNBA, because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct.
There was more to this story than the chaos that engulfed the golf world. Do you recall the well-known WNBA players who talked about her nonstop during the season? Angel Ree, a Wilson, and a couple more? All of them suddenly fell silent. Nothing, not a post, not a tweet. When she achieved history in another sport, the same individuals who complained her of receiving too much attention abruptly stopped using their Wi-Fi. Fans also took note. Someone said, "Funny how Caitlin's breaking golf records and all her so-called rivals turned into ghosts." Someone else remarked, "They had time to throw shade all year, but no time to say congrats." More than anything else, that quiet statement may. The LPGA pros, meanwhile, were treating her with the utmost respect. One of the best golfers in the world, Nelly Korda, approached Caitlin following the round and remarked, "You belong here." They were simple words with a lot of meaning. "Caitlin's energy is pure," Maria Fy, another player, told reporters. "The difference is what she brings that we have been lacking." She was frequently viewed as a threat in basketball. She was regarded as a teammate in golf. Let's now discuss the shot that created history. Even PGA pros make mistakes on the hole 7, a par 4. Everyone was waiting for Caitlin as she queued up. To be cautious. However, Caitlin Clark is not safe. That ball took off as if it had a destination as she swung. It slid and came to a rest just inches from the cup after landing flawlessly on the green. The audience let out a gasp. There was a brief period of silence among the commentators before anarchy broke out. Tiger Woods clapping, others cheering, and phones flying in the air. She broke the previous prom record by finishing round 13 below par. Consider that. 13 under from a person who shoots three-pointers for a living. That was one of the cleanest, most confident swings I've ever seen from someone outside of professional golf, Tiger Woods subsequently told reporters. Tiger would say, "That's no small thing." The business side followed since it naturally happened. Demand for tickets increased 1,200% as soon as Caitlin Clark's name was added to the event schedule. They kept getting calls from sponsors. She was sought after by brands for tech collaborations, fashion sales, and golf ads. Within a week, she apparently acquired several additional sponsorship deals, including one with a major sports software firm, another with a golf equipment manufacturer, and even an agreement with a streaming service to record her training. She practically made $1 million off of a single golf weekend. The WNBA, meanwhile, appeared awkwardly quiet. The anxiety persisted even though their season was ended. Once more, they were called out by fans. The LPGA is adept at celebrating excellence. The WNBA merely makes an effort to conceal it. To be honest, they were right. The golf community realized something. The WNBA has yet to do so. Caitlin Clark attracts followers, money, and attention. You celebrate that instead of keeping quiet about it. Caitlin managed it flawlessly on her own. She simply grinned and replied, "I'm focused on what makes me happy," in response to questions from other players over her quiet. Regardless of the sport that is competing, the original Caitlin, calm, self-assured, and little vicious. Additionally, her parents were present, observing from the sidelines. Every time she picks up something new, she gives her heart to it, her mother told one reporter. Her father simply chuckled and remarked, "We stopped being shocked for a while ago." It's summed up in that statement. Although the world may be astonished, her family members have seen this film before. Same finish, different sport. When Caitlin enters, she breaks the records and walks away as if it's not a big deal. Sports analysts were unable to conceal their awe. One remarked, "We've witnessed two sportsmen in the past, but not like this." Caitlin Clark is not one to try new things. Items. She controls them. And, to be honest, they are correct. This isn't about basketball, golf, or even celebrity. It concerns a person who is unsure about how to perform on average. Moments are not something she chases. Moments of pursuit. Her. However, we'll discuss that later since. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of all was what transpired following the event. The response from sponsors, supporters, and the sports community as large.
I wanted to come say hi and introduce myself. I play out here on tour. I'm Maria. Thank you for being out here. It's very cool what you're doing for sports, kicking ass on and off the field. But now,
and here's the Caitlin Clark effect, Morgan, with Maria Fossey and other players out here following.
That's good. A lot of fun. Made it easy. Annika, could I steal you for a second? I don't think I'll have like bigger I can't say bad stuff on TV, but badasses once together. We're doing a fun like get on that side. There we go. Yeah.
I'm next.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hi, Allie Ewing. Nice to meet you. I said it, the buzz from the players
over here, so. I'm distracting you.
for weeks
No, y'all are trying to get
has
finished.
been huge.
Somebody take this picture.
By the way, Allie, an
Ready?
outstanding
Yeah, let's do
point
it.
guard in her own right
All right,
in
ladies,
Fulton,
here we go. 3, 2,
Mississippi.
1. Hang tight.
All-state
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Good luck.
in that sport as well.
Caitlin Clark didn't leave right away to rejoice when the event was over. She remained behind, taking pictures, signing autographs for children, and even offering some humorous golf advice given that she had only recently taken up the game. That's her charm, though. She isn't acting larger than she actually is. She is simply responsible for the moment's significance. Like bees surrounding honey, reporters swarmed around her. "How did it feel to break a record on your first try?" inquired one of them. With a grin, Caitlin remarked, "I had no idea what the record was." It's the type of statement that garners media attention. Greatness, without effort. No boasting, just the facts. She grinned as when interviews revealed that the golf community was performing math. Overnight, merchandise sales surged. Caitlin's appearance generated more income than the previous 3 events put together, according to prom organizers. She was getting calls from sponsors who wanted her to appear in every billboard, advertisement, and commercial related to women's sports. The most absurd aspect was that the people driving the movement were golfers rather than basketball fans. "I've never watched women's golf before, but if Caitlin's playing, I'm tuning in," read one comment on the Golf Digest page. "At last, someone who brings excitement back to golf," another person said. "That's the effect she has on others." When she enters a new sport, people who had never given a damn are keeping an eye on it. She makes competitions seem like fun again, not because she's trying to be ostentatious. Additionally, the WNBA was being cooked online while the LPGA was celebrating her. People began sharing screenshots of themselves side by side. The LPGA commends Caitlin WNBA players for sharing dance TikToks and brand collaborations. The comment sections are harsh. While one league encourages drama, the other fosters talent.
You sense the change.
The WNBA attempted to manage the Caitlin Clark story for months by denying her any media attention, downplaying her significance, and treating her like any other player. But now, no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't ignore her. She had evolved beyond her role as the face of basketball. She was starting to represent sports. Amusement. Who did you think noticed? Tiger Woods. The following day, Tiger was questioned about Caitlin's performance in an interview. "It reminded me when I first broke through," he added with a smile. Assurance, accuracy, and lack of fear. She's got it. That comes from a man who finds it difficult to provide praise. Images of Tiger and Caitlin having a quiet conversation outside the clubhouse appeared a few hours later. Although the specifics of what was said are unknown, reports stated that Tiger, who rarely gives private training sessions, gave her one. She is formally in the golf inner circle, if that is the case. Then the big bombshell arrived. Recommendations. Caitlin Clark reportedly inked 3 significant contracts in less than 48 hours. One each with a luxury watch company, a golf apparel company, and a beverage company hoping to use her as the face of their upcoming Focus campaign. The total value of such transactions exceeded $15 million. Let us consider something in a different light. In a single golf weekend, she earned more money than the majority of WNBA players do in their lifetimes. And that's just reality, not shade. It was referred to as the Clark effect by sports reporters. "Every league wants Caitlin Clark, and can you blame them?" was one headline. Fans began making jokes that she might as well become a full-time golfer in the interim. A tweet was sent saying, "If Caitlin joins the Tiger needs to start reviewing his records, LPGA. She's going to need a bigger trophy shelf," someone else commented. However, there is a reality hidden behind all the jokes. Caitlin Clark is more than just a talented athlete. She has a knack for winning. Her competitive spirit is infectious, and she exudes it everywhere. Fans, even casual ones, can sense it. It's not necessary to be a lover of golf or basketball to appreciate her. You simply have to enjoy seeing someone who effortlessly achieves greatness. More athletes began to respond as the weekend wore on. According to Serena Williams, it was incredible. According to Patrick Mahomes, she's a monster. LeBron James even shared a video of her effort at a hole-in-one with the "This girl different" is the caption. However, some parts of the WNBA continued to be silent. AJ Wilson didn't say anything. Angel Reed didn't congratulate you. Fans asked a single, straightforward question in their remarks.
Why?
Some expressed pride, some jealousy, and still others said they simply couldn't bear to see someone else take center stage once more. To be honest, though, Caitlyn didn't deserve their praise. She was supported by the audience, the supporters, the press, and now the whole golf community. Speaking of fans, they are constructed differently in her case. They track her across time zones, platforms, and sports. She draws crowds when she performs. For this reason, even golf organizers are thinking because everything sells when Caitlyn is involved, there should be more celebrity events with her name connected. She's not a guest, she's the main event, one executive was heard to say. He's correct. The ratings also demonstrated this. More people watched Caitlyn's prom appearance than the majority of LPGA finals. That's crazy. Primetime traffic was suddenly being drawn to golf networks, which typically receive drowsy Sunday ratings.
Caitlyn, that could be in. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Caitlyn! Right from the hole. 6 inches away! No! Caitlyn! Wow. Are we sure it didn't go in? I'm nervous. Is this like a, we're good, we're gonna call this a birdie?
I don't think so.
Oh! Yes!
That's huge. Great birdie.
Woo!
Great birdie, great birdie.
The best part is that Caitlyn doesn't even pretend to understand how serious the situation is. She acts like it's a nice neighborhood game, playing, laughing, and waving to fans. No drama or ego, just talent and character. Later, when asked if she would think about becoming a full-time member of the LPGA, she shrugged and responded, "Let's just say I'm keeping my options open." Traduced, if she wants to, she'll do it and probably win. Tiger was so impressed that he brought her up once more. He said, if she ever wanted to take golf seriously, the sport would explode.
It is not hyperbole.
That is a simple fact. You should reconsider if you believe the LPGA was unaware of such. According to reports, their marketing staff was already talking about how to work with her. Exhibitions, charitable tournaments, and even Caitlyn-led golf clinics for young females. It's amazing how one individual can drastically alter a sports atmosphere in a single day. Being the spokesperson for women's sports is not Caitlyn Clark's goal. She represents women's sports. She differs from everyone else in a straightforward way. She makes victory seem like the usual. It appears as though every record she breaks was meant to be broken. Every accomplishment appears informal. People adore her because of this. She doesn't need to be demanding. It simply follows her. Not to mention the ripple effect in this case. She has led to an increase in the number of people following women's sports. New sponsors. Younger girls are learning they can attempt anything and excel at it, and they're investing. One unplanned golf weekend became a movement thanks to Caitlyn Clark. Everybody was reminded by her that skill is not limited to a single sport. No matter where they play, the individual who puts in the most effort deserves it. In the words of one admirer, she's not chasing greatness. She's being pursued by greatness. Caitlyn Clark altered golf, not just play it. Tiger Woods was stunned as he saw. Her name was yelled by fans, and companies lined up to sign her. She is an example of how talent knows no bounds. Tell me, though, should Caitlyn continue to dominate basketball or focus entirely on golf? Leave a comment with your thoughts.